welcome back. Thanks for clicking. I'm going to apologize in advance because starting off here, this feels like, and obviously based on the title, this, at this point for me, it feels like this topic, this particular video might be a little more on the not so positive or hopeful side. It's September 11th, 2014, and it's like 55 degrees out and cold wind or cool wind. It's funny because in the spring, this shows how much everything is subjective and relative and all that kind of stuff. Because in March, if you're lucky enough to get up to 55, it's hot. People are going around in t-shirts and shorts, That's because you've come from, below freezing, sometimes below zero temperatures. And of course at the end of summer, the same temperatures, 55, everyone's wearing like coats and, surely pants and layers and vests and coats and maybe even hats, stocking caps, So that's just a little interesting insight in just how everything is just relative and subjective and everything. So it's 55 degrees out, and obviously, I said to myself earlier today, because the only person I have to talk to is pretty much myself, and I said to myself, you think life is depressing or life sucks when it's, during the summer. Well, it's nothing compared to when it actually gets cold, And I can't remember what I said back to that. I can't remember what my response was to that, to myself. But I think I probably went, yeah, you're right. So it's actually supposed to, this is not necessarily the temperature it's supposed to be. It's supposed to get back up in the high 60s, low 70s next week, which will be good. This is, I don't know, it got way too cold too quick. It's unseasonably cold. But on to the topic. A lot of this has to do with just, I guess, a lot of things. In particular, I guess maybe my 2014, job experiences. I've come to the conclusion, and I may have mentioned it before, that I really feel like 2014 might be just the most frustrating job year of my entire life. Like, maybe for you it's nothing, but for me it's probably the most, I've never quit 2 jobs in 1 year, and I've never actually turned down job offers in my life, I don't think, which I've done left and right here. Well, actually, I turned down, obviously that Caribou job where the guy wanted me to do unpaid homework out of work, read a book, and the guy was just, oops. In the other videos I referred to him as the person. Well, it's a guy. Doesn't freaking matter anyway. The guy was, the person was what I would consider kind of just not the most pleasant or whatever individual. So I actually, turned down that job offer, and then I've actually, like an idiot, I applied at my gym to just be like a front desk person. And I didn't get a call for that, but I got a call from some, other location that was far away in the city for some sales job, and this guy who is like, yo, this is unbelievable. It's like truth is stranger than fiction. This is Lucky from yada 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 gym. Want to schedule an interview for a sales position. And I'm like, I don't want sales position, I want the front desk. He's like, oh, you don't want to make more money? And I just hung up on him. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking in the first place to apply at a gym where obviously, I'd say 90% of the people, obviously this isn't gonna, but in my experience, we'll just say the greater percent of the employees at a gym are just, in my opinion, and this isn't written in stone or anything, in my experience, just meathead idiot fucking assholes. So what the fuck was I thinking like I'd ever fit in a gym. So about 10 minutes left. So for the first time in my life, or I'm turning down job offers and I'm turning down interviews. And it just worries me. It's like, what, you must be in a really bad place to be turning down, or a good place, depending on what the fuck your point of view is, as far as, you're just in a weird place I've never been in before if I'm turning down job offers and job interviews. Hanging up on people who are calling me for interviews. I'm just so disillusioned, probably right now with people and just the country. Probably more disillusioned right now than I've ever been in my entire life with just people in the country. I guess I can't say the country because it's just my particular area, but I'm sure it's similar to the rest of the country, So, combined with, I was going to make a video on September 2nd, I'm just like, fuck it, But to some of you who may, if I actually have people who watch, every video, I mentioned before that September 2nd was the 4th anniversary of my dad's, having been killed by cancer. And, the 4th year, it's pretty much, even every year that happens for me, it's less and less. Like, it just came and went. I mean, what am I going to do? Get a death day cake? The first anniversary was kind of hard. I was at work, and it just hit me all of a sudden. Normally, I'm not like a person to let days or anniversaries or any of that shit bother them. But the first anniversary of his death, I was at work and took all I had to fight back the tears, just working on the sales floor, doing whatever. So as each one goes by, it becomes less and less painful. But this leads me to the whole topic and title of this video, which is 3 years later, 4 years after his death. I feel like I'm a living corpse. Like I'm dying inside, and I have been since, September 2nd, 2010. Slowly dying inside. And it's been a kind of a gradual, whatever you want to call it, progression. And I guess in wrapping up, that's really all I had to say, is I don't even have the motivation to continue to look for work. I got a little money saved up, so it's not like I have to work right now or I'm on the street situation. Luckily, I mean, that's one of the only good things I have going for me, where I'm not living, paycheck to paycheck or anything. Not that in what I've made at my jobs would enable anyone to do that anyway. But I guess that's just it. I'm at a point right now where even to continue to apply for jobs, I don't have any motivation. It's like I see the outcome, and I know the outcome of any interview or any application in any interview in any job. That thing where I got hired at that place and had to quit on my 4th day, it really affected me. And it's just like, God, that was only like a month ago. It seemed like it was 3 months ago. It seemed like it happened so long ago. It was only 4 weeks ago now, give or take. And I really wish that hadn't happened. That job could have been something that I could have would have been favorable and something that I would have liked to stay in. That's all I needed at that time. I didn't need the job to be this, first of all, just the duties to be so stupid, and then the people to be such assholes, and so that's it. And then with the cold weather coming, it's just like actually, you know, I pretty much go to bed hoping that I won't wake up, you know, and hoping that I can be spared the, I don't know, the trouble of having to take my own life. And I guess not that it fucking matters, spared the humiliation or spared the whatever potentially, you know, negative thoughts or feelings go with committing suicide that exist in the current culture. Not that that fucking matters. There's no one around to even know except my mom, who I don't really give too much of two rips about. There's no one that would even know that I'm gone, and I know that a lot of people on here say the same thing, and you know, it's probably true, you know, otherwise they wouldn't be saying it, or maybe they're being dramatic, I don't know, but in my case it's true. My mom is the only family, you know, I have, and she's so horribly unsupportive. I just saw her a couple days ago or whatever, because I have my mail, like if I order something online, I have it sent there because people just take shit out of my mailbox. So there's another fucking positive thing about life. So then I have to see her, and you know, what's she gonna say? She's got no answers. What's the answer? So that's that. I mean, that's it. That's the topic. And the sun came out and kind of burning out a little bit of this screen, but you can live with it. I'm sure your life is gonna still continue. That's it. I'm dying inside, and a lot of times now in particular I feel like a walking, breathing corpse, where the only thing that about me that is alive is just my, you know, respiration. My heart's beating, my lungs are taking in air, and you know, exhaling whatever gets exhaled out of your lungs. And I just eat by habit, you know, and shit and piss by habit. So that's where I am right now. I'm sorry, you know, I kind of tried to warn everyone in advance before I started that this wasn't, gosh, look at, it's hot in here. It's actually not. Looks like it. Look at, oh, I see the light. So there, so there you go. I'm dying inside, so, you know, I think I'm just going to make a next video and talk about what I almost said just now. You know, obviously, yeah, so I'm out of time for this particular video, and much to, I imagine you're a relief or whatever, but thank you very much for watching.